the Bridge of Contemplation. Yes. Well, I was just over at the ranch, and I planned on plugging in some tracking numbers for my customers, because I just got back from the post office. Stargate, Captain's Log. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now, and it's 9 degrees Celsius. Not that fuddy-duddy F temperature or whatever it is. So it's actually quite impressive for the 31st of January. Yes. It turns out that the internet's down, and there's some blokes that are working on these power lines just over there. And one bloke's looking at me actually. He's like, "What's that dude doing?" And so they're working on some power line things, and my brain, hey, it's still got some neurons at work, and like 2 and 2 came together, and I go, hang on a second, that doesn't equal 5. That might have something to do with the internet-y thing, hopefully. Anyways, so they're working on that. So I figure it took me quite a lot longer. I was supposed to go to the warehouse and measure something for somebody, and do some other things, so I figure I'll do that tomorrow, because it took me a whole lot longer at the post office today to move some things. But yeah, they're on the way. That's good. Let's have a look here. What have we got here? Oh, yes. Whenever there's issues, I do just what Gretchen on that movie, The Ramen Girl. See what she does? She just goes, just drink. What a great character she was. If you haven't seen the movie, check it out. The Ramen Girl. Unfortunately, the lead actor, she passed away, but at a young age. Sadly, a very good actor. A lot of people panned the movie, but I didn't at all, because I understand what it feels like to get lost in translation sort of stuff, and trying to put 2 languages together, different culture, put it all together like that. I reckon they did very well, because I understand not only how that works, because I kind of see behind the lens when I see films. I do that too much. In fact, my bro's like, dude, you just analyze this stuff way too much, you know. But I see that, you know, maybe because I'm awake, one of the real woke. But anyways, you know, I see that product placement sort of thing. I notice that sort of shit. What am I, advertising ramen now? Actually, I bought some last night. Yes, I'm gonna get around to getting a whole pack of those. Oh God, listen to this, sounds like a bloody advertisement now. There's one of those mask things that I'm not wearing. It's yeah, good for the environment. God, imagine how many billions of those are in the ocean. Well, anyways, yeah, I figure by the time I get to the warehouse today and start doing things, the day will be it'll start cooling down again, you know, and so I figure, yeah, get that sorted out tomorrow. Well, this very day, as you'd be well pleased to know, it cost me 60 yen each for some small onions. That size. And most of them are bloody that. And so 60 yen each, you know. I'm like, what's going on here? And I remember one year, I grew 350 onions. Tamanegi, that's what they're called in Japanese. In Nihongo, tamanegi. And God, it took me a long time to remember that word. Yeah, so I've got a little garden, as some of you have seen. Where that evil cat waits for me sometimes, and if I can get out there when he's not around, I've got to go and see a bloke at some stage, or maybe find some seed dudes or whatever. They have these like shoots, and you can buy a whole stack of shoots and then just plant those. So I reckon they said I can do what I like, right, with that garden. I was actually thinking of building a shed there. I could knock one up real easy. I'm good at that sort of shit. As you can see, I learnt carpentry from TikTok. You can see that in one of my videos. And anyways, I could yeah, I thought about making a shed and then having a potbelly stove in there and making a spa bath, you know. But I know that with coal, burning coal, but the soot from the coal gets everywhere and it gets in the clothing of people with they hang their clothes and, you know, blankets and all that sort of stuff, futons out. So because I used to burn a lot of coal at a place, and until they sort of mentioned that, so I just did it in winter time. But anyways, yeah, I'm thinking of finding a bunch of shoots, maybe go and see that bloke. He might have some. But he retired, so he had a shop, like a yasai shop, a vegetable shop, and a real rich dude, and they retired, and him and his wife, and yeah, haven't seen him for a long time, but I don't know, I'll ask a mate and see if they can find something local, and where I can get some shoots, and then plant some onions. Shit, I might even try salsa. Yeah, I illegally sold some, I didn't know, Hasaku and Amanatsu years ago. They were like Japanese indigenous sort of orangey type things, and this bloke was growing them, and he said, oh, you reckon you can sell them? I gave it a go. So I drove into town, set up my little key truck, and I started selling them, and this homeless lady bought 22 off me for $1 each, you know, 100 yen each. At the time, 100 yen was $1. The equation, and these cops were coming to me and said, oh, you can't sell that, you know. I'm like, what? And I said, well, can I just complete this transaction? And they go, yeah, okay. And this homeless lady pulls out over $20, and yeah, that was really cool. And so I drove down the road, set up around the corner. Yes. God, I'm a badass, aren't I? Like, real bad. Oh God. Anyway, I guess if I grew another, I got enough room to grow 400, 500 onions, easy. Yes, that would be worth a bit of dough. Gotta find ways, man. Anyways, this morning I was watching the restream of the Salty Cracker. He was on YouTube, and Odyssey, D-Live. I think they don't like D-Live. A lot of people are suspicious about that. And then on Rumble. And so what they do is they switch off there. They get a whole lot of people to watch the YouTube stream, and then they cut that. They say, oh, come and join us over at the other places so we can talk about stuff we're not allowed to talk about. Fucking clown world, you know. Anyways, so yeah, I went on over to Rumble, and God, oh my God, let's talk about laugh. If you want to laugh, just join us. Join us. The Evil Dead. Join us. Yeah. Join the Salty Cracker Army. Yeah. Become one of the Mad Lads. Yes, the Berserkers. Fantastic. I mean, talk about laugh. You know, if you want to laugh, mate, you'd come and join us. Seriously. Yeah. Alright, come and become a savage. One of the savages. Shit, mate, those blokes are... The savages are throwing thousands of dollars at this bloke. He's like, dudes, you're too generous. Stop throwing so much money at me. He says, because all I do, I just went out and bought a PlayStation 3. And then he goes, you know, that's all I do with your money. And he said the Salt Queen, his wife, she's like, we call it an Aztecian queen or something. And he goes, she's working abundant hours trying to figure out how much in donations they're getting so they don't get done by the IRS. We're talking serious money here. Sometimes people are throwing $500 at them, $1,000, stuff like that. 50, bam. Some, you know, hand over $1, some hand over. This is all US dollars. And just every stream, thousands and thousands of dollars. And yeah, the Salty Army is growing exponentially. Join us. Yeah. And so yeah, you know, the talk of today was about the Canadian truckers and how that Trudeau dude said, "Oh, they're just a fringe, a fringe movement of some truckers." Yeah, sure it is. That's what they would like to keep it. But no, now it's happening in Australia and Italy, I hear, and a few other places. Where else is it happening? Yeah, I hear it's growing. Oh yeah, and the size of the movement is fucking huge. Join us. Yeah. Oh, they're just a fringe group. So he's gone into hiding. Fucking unbelievable. Clown world. Yep. All that mask thing I was just talking about. Someone was saying, I don't know if it was the salty, was saying that something about, someone was saying recently that about the arrested development of the developmental stages of, cognitive stages of learning language is being hampered by those bullshits that don't do fuck all. And there's like a 20% spike in, I think it was Canada or States, something like that, of very young children, under 5, and toddlers, like real young ones, that are there's like a 20% spike in going to speech therapists because of these mask things. They're not seeing the muscle movement of how speech is created and all this sort of thing, and so it's a real thing. And they were saying that some toddlers not only are not getting to the stage of not only falling way behind the general age of what sort of their vocab would be at that stage in their young development, some of them are not speaking at all. Yeah. And some of the apes out there are actually wearing, like families are wearing those fucking bullshit things, face diapers, in their homes. Clearly, this is the case. So their own children, I mean, this is going to be generations to heal, to save people. Go truckers. But the movement's growing. It's growing huge, and it has to. It really does. I don't want to go to war with anyone. I just want to get the will back to normality. I'm not at war with you. You want to be some weirdo, whatever, do that, TikTok person or whatever, go on, that's your reality, no problem. I'm not going to hate you. Hate, that's a pretty serious fucking word for me, There's very few people that I hate. I don't even know if I hate anyone, to be honest. I don't hate me. I'm fucking awesome. I love me, but I love being me. But I don't know, man. We really gotta look at this, at what has happened. Generations have been affected. These young people, if some of them can't even fucking speak at the age when they generally would, what's going to happen with their education? It means a lot to me, that sort of stuff. Like proper food, proper nutritional food for young people. I've got a young people, alright? So it means a lot to me. Yeah, I'm just thankful. Well, I'll thank you for something. That my kid goes to a proper school where they don't teach horse shit. One problem that could, the greatest person in the universe is inside the universe might face is that retribution from apes. Apes that go, you're succeeding in life, because it's not just Japan, it's not just China, it's all across Asia that young people study, and they study. Oh yeah. My kid's mathematical skills were better than mine when she was like, not even as tall as my knee. By God, seeing her just do all this stuff. I remember years ago we were going to have some fun, play with this fire and pretend swords and shit, and she was told, oh, you have to do your homework first, and I'm looking at all this list of all these mathematical sums. This is, after the divorce and all. I was up there seeing my kid, and so she just goes, all right, I'm like, what? And she goes, I go, you can figure all that out. And she goes, yeah, that's easy. And checks it all over. Yeah, that's all right. Oh, let's go play. And I see a lot of Asians in the States, especially, are being attacked. You know, see, because they're getting the good jobs, they're getting the money, they're getting somewhere in life, because it's their very development is, you know, they are expected, and they do, study. And the scholastic systems, like here and elsewhere, they're amazing. They're different. They don't teach horse shit. No. They teach mathematics, they teach science, and all this stuff. It's very important stuff. Where I teach the master language, the English, these kids are learning programming, computer programming, rocket science stuff, and they get them interested in it because they program these robots to do robot shit. Yeah. I'm like, what? And they're like 8. It's just rocket science. I'm like, how does that thing tell that thing to do that thing? I don't know. If I know. I don't fucking know. Rocket science. And this video thing's going to cut out in a couple of seconds. Those blokes are gone, so maybe the computery thing's back on, hopefully. Anyway, let me just recharge that. Another 20 seconds. Yeah, see, a lot of in the school systems here. Hang on, let me just restart this thing. Yeah, so the school system's here, right? And I'm very thankful about it. Okay, I'll forgive you for a few things. Now, just talking to God again. Some people might think I'm weird. Anyways, the school systems here, there's a lot of emphasis upon like proper nutrition. Every kid in the country eats the same meal, or similar-ish meals, proper nutritious meals. Now, I looked at a study years ago where the portions were, the Japanese were eating like, the Germans were eating 2.5 times, what do you call it, the caloric or whatever, catalytic conversion, I don't know, the catalytic converter, the calorie count, 2.5 times what Japanese are eating. Americans, 3 times. Now I can understand, you know, tall, blonde, you know, Ziegler Germans. You can't say that. And there's some dickhead on TikTok right now be going, ah! Anyways, you know, I understand they probably need a bit more food, but Americans, they really need 3 times? No, man. But see, it's not just the quantity, it's actually the quality of the stuff. You know, I was just shocked to hear that they have like McShit and KFC and Pepsi and Coca-Cola or whatever, all that crap in schools, in the cafeterias. You know, just bizarro clown world. And so the Asian kids, doesn't that have like slight negative, sloopy negative, the 5th gear or whatever they call themselves now. An allude to that. You know, Asian youth, they're just dominating the scene of education. Now, something I really like about the system here too is that they get kids involved in music. You know, I've seen my kid in nearly had a spot of sadness. Let's just wash that fucker down. You know. Extra long, big gulp on that one. Yeah, my kid was in this long line, this group, playing a taiko drum with all these other kids with taiko drums and flutes and you know, sticks tapping together or whatever, some kind of chimes and whatever, and for the like for the, I don't know, it was for the sports day or some occasion where parents and all that come to the school. And fantastic stuff. Yeah, real unity, and there is a huge emphasis also upon sports. So you got real nutrition, real sports, and they're all in the sports. It's not like in our idiot people countries where, oh, no, about sports. Sports is a wonderful, wonderful way for developing and eventually having fantastic memories, and just a lifelong goal of a health thing. Or I don't exactly do that, but being healthy. My kid was marathon running was her thing, because her extended family are into marathon running. They do marathons and all that stuff at an extended age. Yeah. And now she's focusing more on scholastic stuff, as far as I'm told. So she's focusing on all that stuff. But I think she still has an interest. Who knows? Who knows? I kind of thought maybe she might want to get into sports science and sports nutrition and sports recovery and therapy and whatever all that stuff is. And just reminds me, I just saw the bloke, the karate master, just over there, and he was out in his yard. He's got a yard where he grows all kinds of vegetables, and he's doing this kind of thing. He's sitting down, he's moving his feet like this. Now I find that what happens if you're like sitting on a computer like for extended periods of time, your feet kind of go numb and stuff like that. I cross my legs a lot, and I find that my feet start to go numb and shit. And I'm like only just coming in adolescence, so I see him doing all kinds of exercises on such a regular basis. I swear the guy's in his 80s. I swear to you, I know a guy that's in late 70s and he rides motocross. He was a two-stroker forever, and then he bought a four-stroke because they're a bit girly and they're easier to ride. 450 riders are going to go, ah! Get on TikTok and go, ah! You can't say that. Ah! Oh, Eli Tomac fucking won, didn't he? Anaheim too. Eli, eh? Al Tomey. He made it happen. He hasn't won a race in a long time, a couple of years. So, I can't even believe that. They said that in the press conference, I think. I don't even want to believe it. But, no, he did well. Chase Sexton, he's getting up there, he's sort of showing that he's got something. Jason Anderson, I was thinking Christian Craig from the 250s. Craig Anderson from Australia, that showed everyone how to pull a real start in motocross. And everyone goes, what? I remember that day, man. Jason Anderson, he's going out ballistic, but he ran into Hitler. That's one of my mates have got a bit of a funny joke about that. We give him nicknames, but actually I really like Roxon too. I believe it was a clean, not exactly clean pass. I believe it was just accidental. Their lines came together in the sand. I mean, that sand, every lap it changes and it washes around. I can't blame Anderson for that. I don't think Kenny would either. It was just so unfortunate for Kenny that that happened, because he was leading the whole damn thing, and he might have won that bloody thing too. He had the speed. A lot of people were touting Stewart because he got a good start this time. Finally, he did start to go backwards. So yeah, but it's really good to see he's out there and hammering away. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna, be a consistent podium guy. I've never thought that. But it's very good for the sport, that diversity and all that shit. And we don't even think that in motocross, no. So that's good. Yeah. So the track was fantastic. Finally, we were in a proper stadium and not just some park. The sport's taken such a hit, man. So if someone out there gives me like $1 billion, I know a place that's way over there. I'll love to buy the lot and then just build the biggest, bestest action sports park in this country. Yeah, throw some dough at me. I know the people that will help to build it and just make it happen. See, I know fucking everybody, but I'm poor. That's the problem. God. I think I said the other day I should have asked my exie for like $1 million or something. It'd be like a chump change for her. Drop in the frickin' ocean. I actually should just say, hey, look, I gave you the bestest of the best person in the universes inside of universes. So how about you give me some dough? Anyway, getting back to it. Where was I? I was talking about the school systems. Very important to me. The system that they have here. I believe that there's a lot of people out there that are really pissed off. They're not sending their kids to public schools in the West now, preferring to homeschool them, and to attack back, like places like Sweden, make it illegal and to homeschool your kid. How's that? Yeah, that's my kid, mother. Anyways, that's what they should be saying. But I reckon that they should build their own schools and look at different systems in different lands. Look at the Japanese system and go, you know what? That works. Yeah, I'm just so saddened that so many Asians are being attacked now. And they're getting these good jobs, and because they know their shit, because they bother to fucking study it. Sacrificing so much of their time and efforts to learn shit. And they do learn. God, one of my mates, there is no idle time for him. If he's just standing there waiting for a train or some shit, he's sticky taping stuff to his phone and making notes of mathematical formulas and shit. He's not doing this. It's just amazing. He goes to these, just like Exie does. She goes to higher level kanji tests. She just likes doing that shit. Yeah, I fucking hate kanji. I think kanji's beautiful, but by God, stuff I can't even remember that shit. They all look the same to me. You can't say that. I get on TikTok. Yeah, that's. I don't know, maybe it's sort of like a passion that you create, like, I don't know, what's that dude's name, Newton or something. Apple fell on his head and goes, shit, this is some pretty cool shit. And then starts creating equations and mathematical formulas and physics and shit. And people develop a passion for that. If we exclude that sort of stuff from the schools, right? How many Einsteins and frickin' Isaac Newtons or whatever are just gonna not surface, Yeah. We gotta really have a look at what the bullshit that's being taught. To me, the bullshit that's being taught is just a fad. It's just a fucking fad. But unfortunately, some dickheads have fallen for it, and this has been going on for generations, or decades, I should say, because. Like, even their dickhead parents are like, yeah, this is all true, yeah, cut your dick off, son, no worries, And all these dick cutter offers, it's a fad. They might get sort of into midlife or something and go, fuck, what was I thinking? Cut my fucking dick off, Yeah. Wake up, Some foul people are trying to exterminate you. Try to figure out who the fucking enemy is, I'm not the enemy. don't blame the messenger. Get on TikTok. Ah, you can't say that. The bridge of contemplation. Man, that sun's really, really nice right now. Now I'll just go into this battery round. Oh, I'm even going to take the beanie off. Oh, that sunshine. Yeah. There we go. Anyways, you know, not just the school system that I really respect here. It's also, let's just go over here a little. I reckon that, oh, it's getting a bit windy from behind. I'll chuck my thingy back on. Yeah. I reckon that we really need to analyse the prison system in Japan, the system of reform and discipline and all this sort of stuff. Because you look at the idiot people countries and how they run shit. It's just a mess. It's a fucking mess. And it's a business. That's what it is. If we could really study how, there's county jail in Japan and then there's prison. I've never been to prison. I've been to county jail fucking many times, 6 times, 8 times, I can't even remember. Don't exactly have a good memory. 6 or 8 times, something like that. But, alright, maybe I'm one of the unreformable, obviously, but, you know, but for most part, most people, it's a brilliant system. It's very safe. It's truly a brilliant system. It really is. Got a lot of respect for it, to be honest. That's what we need to just instigate. What's that word for when you bring that into whatever? Introduce that into our systems. I think that would help so many people. You know, what have we got in the States? A freaking million people locked up. You know, and many more will come. You know, but introducing the Japanese system, they're not going to like it, but then they will like it. They'll be like, oh shit, well, I'm out of jail. There's no fucking way I want to go back there. Or prison, should I say. You know, and there's so many people who would benefit from that and learn from that, and they learn shit in prison too. So the systems here, although can be quite seemingly harsh, kibishi means strict. And yeah, you know, I meet gangsters in jail all the time. I have a good laugh. It's great. They love the shit out of me. Anyways, speaking of loving the shit out of me, I get a call before 9 o'clock this morning, one of those line calls, and my mate says, oh, I've got some shit coming, and I want you to have a look at it, maybe you want to buy it. And I'm like, yeah. I'm just waking up. He goes, well, you hungover? I go, oh, a little bit, and because I was watching the races last night. Hang on, let me just redo this thingy. Yeah, and he goes, what did he say again? I go, oh, so that means, he says, oh, I'll send you some pictures and shit, and I go, righto, and I go, oh, does that mean I have to, like, get out of bed? And he goes, well, not unless you've got a real pretty bitch. He said bitch, and TikTok people, not unless you got a real pretty bitch in there. And he goes, but if you got some really big guy fucking you up the arse, and I suggest that you probably might be a good idea to get up. I go, hey, this is a virgin ass, alright, and I plan on keeping it that way. And then he goes, well, don't go and see your proctologist. These are the people that I hang out with. I'll tell you, I need better friends. So I'm going to see that guy on the 4th. So that'll be Friday, so I can't wait to see him again. God, he's a laugh. This is the way we talk to each other. I mean, oh God, I'm a godsus. I hope I don't get another strike on my fucking YouTube channel. But it's the truth, that's what we talked about. That's what he talked about. And so, there you go. Ah. Alright, well I better get in there and have a look to see if anything's going on. Yeah, that wasn't exactly the most classy of speeches just then, slightly untoward. But hey, a bit of gutter talk, No, I don't really talk gutter talk, to be honest, but Trumpy did, and they got stuck in there for 4 years. Yeah, meanwhile, oh God, I won't go into that. CNN, take that. Anyways, alright, I better get in there. And, so join the Saudi army, and, cost you nothing. And just become one of the berserkers. Yes. One of the mad lads. Yes. You too. Yes. End on that. You too. Join us to become a savage.
Cup. Meanwhile, back in heaven, the Marshal was still rescuing Lady Vega.
Rest a while. Get comfy on the cumulus.
That monkey frightens me so terribly.
Yes, monkey. He might still be following.
No, I couldn't bear it. Surely they'll arrest him.
I don't know. Monkey's tough, but I'll make sure you're safe, whatever happens.
You're not to touch me. You're as bad as him and you smell of wine.
It's a manly smell. I'll have some more then. She's only a pretty star spirit, that's all. Just 'cause I'm not emperor. And as good as he is, I'm made of ectoplasm too. Now's my chance. Oh, hello, Vega. How are you?
Oh, no. You're beastly and you're drunk again.
You're beauty. Can't you see how much I want you, Vega? You're lovely, and I'd give anything for one heavenly little kiss.
Oh, no. Let me go.
No. Vega!
Elemental forces caused the egg to hatch. From it then came a stone monkey. The nature of monkey was irrepressible.